Ride on the track.
I really don't know which example to use. Uh, hold on, I had some audio, having some audio issues, but I think we good now. Yep, we good now. So, like I was saying, if you didn't hear me before, if you're new to the channel, hit that sub button and share this out to your respective platforms. Let everybody else know what's going on Blakberry Red's channel. Now, of course, I'm about the home team and nothing but the home team. But the Atlanta Falcons. We're not going to win every game. And we're going to have growing pains. This I know. I know you're dealing with a lot of new moving pieces. You're dealing with new coordinators, new quarterback. The play callers are new. The playbook is new. A lot of different personalities and character traits. A lot of new moving pieces. A lot of new moving parts, right? Everybody understands this. Whether some of us want to acknowledge it and, face the reality of there has to be a growing up process. There has to be chemistry developed and there has to be groundwork laid. All of these things are clear and evident when you're talking about new players, new coaches. Don't take a rocket scientist to figure out. These people got to learn a system and master it before it's going to be considered to be a well-functioning product. This is clear. This is evident. But this past Sunday, yesterday, to be more exact, the Atlanta Falcons were not a functioning system. They were not a well-performed functioning system. They did not look like a professional football team this past Sunday. And it wasn't because they don't have. Let's make sure this is clear. When you look like a professional It's because you're doing A, B, C, D, etc. When you look like a professional, you're doing 1, 2, 3, etc. You're doing everything that the fundamentals require you to do. You're doing the fundamental. You're being disciplined. We didn't do none of that this past Sunday. We didn't look like a professional football team. We looked like some guys that showed up to the Mercedes-Benz Stadium, put on an Atlanta Falcon uniform, and went out there thinking that we finna be able to play professional football after we just came off the streets, dumping trash cans and sweeping floors and mopping floors and cleaning windows and working on cars, operating forklifts and power jacks, throwing boxes off of trailers, cleaning up piss and shit at an old folks' home. Whatever it is, we thought we was going to be able to come in there and play professional football when we just look like some smojos. We just look like a regular old person off the street. We look like bus drivers out there. No disrespect to bus drivers. We look like janitors out there. No disrespect to janitors, because when they go to work, they look like professionals. We look like some plumbers out there. No disrespect to plumbers, because when plumbers go to work, they look professional. They show up in the right attire with the right PPP, with the right PPE on. They show up with the right tools. They show up with the right knowledge on how to do the job. They show up patient. They show up doing everything they're supposed to do. They got their credentials with them. They are early so that they can make sure they get the job done in a fashionable time. This is what plumbers do. This is what electricians do. Football players are supposed to do the same goddamn thing. A plumber don't go to work and try to skip over steps to getting the goddamn pipe fixed under the toilet. They're not gonna try to pull the goddamn pipe out the floor before they make a hole to pull the goddamn pipe out the floor. They got to make the goddamn hole first. And they're not gonna take a sledgehammer and just start beating that motherfucker up. They gonna take off the goddamn towel, and they gonna carve a hole. They're gonna carve an area, and then they're gonna proceed to make a hole. The Atlanta Falcons thought they was finna go in there yesterday, Sunday. They thought they was finna go in the Mercedes-Benz Stadium, and they thought they was finna just walk out the goddamn locker room, and they thought somebody was gonna get them a football and allow them to just go walk into the end zone. That's what they thought. They thought all they had to do was come out the locker room, and the opposing team was going to all line up on the sideline and put their hands in their pants for 60 minutes. And when nobody going to come out on the field and try to score on their ass. That's what the Atlanta Falcons thought. They thought they was going to be able to come in there and get a forfeit from the Seattle Seahawks. What else could it have been? Because time after time in that game, on offense, every time they got the ball moving, somebody do some stupid shit. Somebody holding. Somebody doing offensive pass interference. The coordinator, the play caller, go take the ball out the man with the hot hand. He taking the ball out his hand and try to do some extra shit. Kirk Cousins come in there looking like he had just got some punani before the game. He putting too much on everything. He putting too much power in every throw. Every throw looked like it's finna go clean over somebody's head. Every throw looked like it's finna just go straight over some goddamn body. Nothing looked professional about the Falcons on Sunday. Nothing at all. My biggest issue is with Jimmy Lake, the defensive coordinator for the Falcons. For weeks, all year long, I've been wondering when Jimmy Lake is going to learn from his mistakes. I've been wondering. Now I'm starting to wonder if Jimmy Lake even knows that he's making mistakes. I wonder if he even thinks that he's making mistakes now. I don't know. I don't know if he's conscious of the idea that maybe I shouldn't be sitting my damn defensive backs 7+ yards off the line of scrimmage in the slot, letting slot men get free releases off the line so that they can get open in their routes. Maybe, just maybe, I shouldn't be doing that. Especially knowing that I'm in a zone cover. I'm in a cover 2. Jimmy Lake sits out there. He sends those guys out there in a cover 2. And he lines up the nickel in the slot 7+ yards off of the receiver, off the line of scrimmage. Every single time the slot man is getting a free release off the line of scrimmage. And not only that, he's allowing that same defensive back who's playing 7+ yards off of the receiver in the slot. He's allowing them to continue to take drop back steps off the snap. Why, Jimmy Lake? Why? Why in film does it not come up that, hey, D Alpha, maybe don't take a drop step when you already lined up 7+ yards off of the slot man? Maybe don't do that. Why, you ask? Oh, I don't know. Because you giving up a free release off the line 7 yards off the ball as it is already. So he getting a free release into his route. And because with you taking that drop back, guess what? Everything in front of you going to be wide open. The slant route, the drag route, everything in front of you going to be wide open. This is elementary. And Jimmy Lake is not making the adjustments. He's not making them. Go back and watch these games. All of them. Even the ones we won. Go back and watch these games. Jimmy Lake isn't making any fucking adjustments. What's happening in second halves is players are just stepping up and deciding that now they want to make plays because we have Jesse Bates, because we got Justin Simmons, because we have guys like that that's going to step up and make plays in the clutch and in the second half. Matthew Judon from time to time this year. Because we have those guys, Grady Jerry, him too, seldomly this season, but it just so happens in second halves they make the right play at the right time. It ain't because Jimmy Lake making no adjustments. Jimmy Lake ain't making no fucking adjustments. He coming out there with the exact same game plan every single game, every single half. Every time. When he does send a blitz, you know that the blitz is coming. It's on the most predictable, at the most predictable times in the damn game. And it's seldom. I'm not seeing the adjustments, Jimmy Lake. The stunts that are being ran off the line. Now this is an indictment on not just Jimmy Lake, but the personnel as well. The stunts are being ran very sloppy. This is the most sloppy stunt game that I've seen from a defensive line in quite some time. It's high schools that run better stunts off the defensive line than the Atlanta Falcons right now. I'm looking at Grady Jarrett. I'm not looking at the defensive line coach. I'm not looking at him. I'm looking at Grady Jarrett. You should be getting off in their ass in film session with these sloppy stunts. Matthew Judon, he don't know. He can't run a goddamn stunt to save his damn life. That must be his flaw as a pass rusher. He can't run stunts. And the young boys that got to go out there and try to feed off of the veteran guys that's not running the stunts properly in a sloppy manner, it's making them sloppy stunt men too. Or Roro, Arnold Ebiketie, Harrison. It's making them sloppy stunt men. Who in the hell taught them how to run? What's going on with the coaching staff on defense? Jimmy Lake. It all fall on your shoulders, bro. The defense is not good right now. It is not good. The lack of pass rush, the lack of pressure up the middle. Let me make this clear, because everybody want to seem to kind of try to generalize the pass rush and say that we ain't getting no pass rush. It's where we not getting pass rush. The middle ain't generating no fucking pressure at all up the middle. There is no pressure up the middle. For some reason, it's become an afterthought for defensive tackles to generate pressure. Oh yeah, they just lane cloggers. No. The best defenses always had pass rushing ability up the middle consistently and persistently. You don't just get pressure off the edge. If that's the case, you're going to get a quarterback. All quarterbacks are taught to step up in the pocket and to step into throws. Geno Smith did that I don't know how many times. I mean, it was an abundance of times this past Sunday. If you ain't getting no pressure up the middle and everything coming off of the edge, it's step up and throw. Step up and throw. Step up and throw. It don't matter the drop back. It don't matter if it's a 3-step drop. It don't matter if it's a 5-step. It's step up and throw. If there's no pressure coming up the middle, you got to get pressure up the middle. And I see him trying to do it with the stunts. He thinking the stunts will get him there. No, it ain't working because you ain't getting off in these guys' ass about being sloppy on them stunts. A lot of it come with reading the offensive line, reading the plays, doing your homework, studying, understanding the formations and what's likely to come. Because then you can determine what direction is the offensive line going to block. This way you can determine what kind of move you need to put on the man in front of you. Now, if you get double team, splitting double teams is the same. Excuse me. Splitting double teams is the same, no matter what the situation is. You're gonna dip, not swim. You're gonna dip, and you're gonna make sure you don't let nobody get their hands in your chest. And you're gonna be quick on that first step, and you're not gonna second think that step. You're gonna be quick on that first step. It's real simple with splitting the double teams, because it's either you gonna split it and win it, or you ain't. But when it comes to just a one-on-one matchup, you got to understand what you're doing. You did your homework. You watched film. You know the man that's in front of you because you done watched them all week. You know his tendencies. You know what he like to do. You done tried to pick out if he got a tail or not. Is his fingers white when you know he finna run block? Is his fingers relaxed? Are they relaxed when you know he finna pass block? And if they standing up, you already know what time it is. It's a pass. So Jimmy Lake ain't doing his job. Because if he was, he making sure that defensive front are doing these things. Look for the tails. Sit here in film session. Before we leave our film session, somebody need to give me a tail on the man that they going to be in front of on Sunday. Somebody need to tell me something. You need to give me something on this film that I can go to and look at and determine that we know what's probably about to happen on this play based off of what this offensive lineman is doing right here, or based off of this formation and what the quarterback is calling out. It's very rare now in today's NFL that after huddling, a quarterback is going to come to the line and do down set, hike the ball, play. That is very rare now. That is very rare. It's becoming rare that's happening in a hurry up offense, because there's always going to be a call at the line. It's no longer okay, on 2, break, lineman down, football in hand, everybody lined up, down set, hike. That is very rare today. Defenses have time to read an offense and to make a quick adjustment, especially on the defensive line. All that I can ascertain from what I'm seeing from this defense right now, all that I can ascertain is that Jimmy Lake is not doing his job properly. Because I'm seeing the same bullshit every single week. What's up with Christy Lewis in the house? What happened, Christy? Big Will.
What's happening?
What's happening, home team?
Hey man, you know ain't nothing but a time, bro.
Yes, sir. Christy, my life. I'm gonna have a set schedule soon. Matter of fact, I'm gonna have it after the day, goddamn it, because Christy Lewis say get your shit together, Blakberry. Oh, I'm gonna have a live schedule set today after the day. I promise you that. But this the thing. This what I'm talking about right now, Big Will. After what 7 games now, I don't see Jimmy Lake getting his shit together.
Yeah, it's the same shit. 7 games in, we still can't stop the damn run. We still can't fucking tackle. I'm not understanding what it is. Maybe he need a veteran defensive coordinator to come in as an analyst role and give him a little pointers or something. Let him know it's different up here in the pros. You feel what I'm saying? Like,
yeah,
college, maybe that shit'll work a little bit, but like in the pros, you can't have these guys in cornerback playing that far off. And like I said, their first step is backwards. They gotta help in the run game too. That nickel corner is like a linebacker. It's like another fucking linebacker. He got to help in the run game. How the hell he gonna help 7 yards off the damn ball? So like shit like that. What I'm not seeing, man. Like, and we're over pursuing gaps and all that. Like we still can't get together in this run game. I'm not understanding why is it so hard.
Christian Lewis say maybe he should have came in as an assistant and be mentored, like we said. The players need.
Come in as a co-defensive coordinator. Then branch him out to a defensive coordinator. Like have a veteran coordinator to have that co-defensive coordinator with him. Then branch him out on his own like the next year or something like. But right now it ain't hitting.
And,
That defense ain't hitting on shit.
who knows? Maybe they wanted to do that, but what's his name? Jeff was ready to make an exit because that was his exit strategy anyway. The DC from last year.
Oh, his defense ain't doing shit in Jacksonville either. So it's like they miss each other. Like the Falcons miss him and he missed the Falcons. So that shit's some shit up there too.
But see, this is the problem when you hire a new head coach. You got if I'm Arthur Blank and I'm Rich McKay and I'm sitting there in that goddamn office with Raheem, and it comes up in the questions, what kind of coaching staff you planning on bringing in? Got any who's your staff? You got a staff because before you go in that interview, you got a staff already in mind.
Yeah.
You don't go in that interview and not have a staff in mind. So when it come up, hey, so who you looking at for coordinator? Oh, well, I got Jimmy Lake out of Washington and I got Robinson. He gonna come over here with me from LA. First thing I'm thinking, if I'm Rich McKay and Arthur Blank is, them some bitches ain't got no experience calling plays. So you telling me we gonna hire you, a first-year official head coach, not interim, but official head coach, a first-year official head coach.
Well, he was head coach over at Tampa Bay.
Yeah, but that was interim, wasn't it?
Nah, that was his first head coaching job. He was interim here.
How many
It was his first head coaching job, but they stripped the whole team. He didn't have no talent on that team.
Yeah, that's right.
He did like 2 seasons. He did like 2 seasons up there.
That's right. I'm recalling now. Okay. So I'm thinking, okay, so we bringing you back in. You getting your second opportunity as a head coach in this league.
Right.
And you finna bring in 2 guys on both sides of the ball at coordinator that ain't now one of them got experience calling plays. Ain't now one of them got experience at the professional level of being coordinators. Okay, so why? Okay, so we get it. In LA, the offense was dynamic. That Robinson had a big part to play in that with the receiving group. We get that. But Jimmy Lake, what his credentials at?
That's the point, Blakberry. They trying to run that same defense they had in LA, but you ain't got the same fucking horses down here. Aaron Donald is another fucking dog. Grady Jarrett is a dog, but Aaron Donald is another fucking dog. Aaron Donald is like a fucking a pit bull coming goddamn. He latch on your nuts, he ain't letting go. You gonna have to choke that bitch to death, make that motherfucker let go. But like Grady Jarrett, like a goddamn Doberman, he gonna goddamn come grip your ass, shake you a little bit, and let go and go back in it again. But he ain't that same kind of dog. I want the dog that gonna come lock up on your ass and tell you, hey man, please get this motherfucker off. You know what I mean? Like it's like we don't have them same kind of. We got to adapt to what we got on the. Now Grady Jarrett's a hell of a fucking player. But if they double team Grady Jarrett, somebody should be fucking open every fucking play. Every fucking play, somebody should be open if they double teaming their Grady Jarrett. And what they not doing enough of, they not bringing Rook or Roll and Grady Jarrett at the same fucking time. Why are you not playing them at the same time? You're using Rook or Roll to give Grady Jarrett a breath. Why not play both of them together to make the offense of line goddamn stress a little bit? You feel what I'm saying? I'm not seeing that.
Let's put some things in perspective. Look at what's going on this defense right now. You got too many players out of position. Grady Jarrett is the first goddamn culprit. I get it. Yeah, you have you seen Grady Jarrett on the treadmill? He run like a goddamn gazelle on a treadmill. Yeah, but when you get his ass out there on that football field, he look like he running in black and white.
Running this cement.
Listen, if you put him in if you putting Grady in a 3-tech, or and further down, he better be running a goddamn stunt.
Yeah.
And that's just the way I'm looking at it now. I'm looking at Kalijah Kancey in Tampa. And since he got back, when he got back last week, Kalijah Kancey wreaked havoc. He wreaked havoc when he got back last week. He built just like he's a young Grady Jarrett. What's the difference? That quick first step, that speed now to be able to play in open space a little bit behind the line of scrimmage. That's why he can play out there. Grady can't play out there no more. You used to be able to put him out there. You can't put him out there no more, especially after that injury.
The way our defense set up, we better suited for 4-3. Grady Jarrett need to be one of them two in the middle. Point blank. Him and I'm your mama. They need to be right there in the goddamn middle. We need to have something because at that point, bro, this shit ain't working. That 3-4 is not fucking working. So all they doing is all the offense doing coming in. All we got to do is double team Grady, and everybody else gonna be hey, they sold. They good to go. They double team Grady. They holding the shit out of Judon. The refs ain't calling that shit. But bro, I'm gonna need Judon to start acting. Be doing some LeBron. Go watch some LeBron James film. Start learning how to flop or something. He got to start acting, bro. Cause they holding the shit out of his ass. But you know what though? Robert Saleh is out there. He's still getting paid. Robert Saleh. He's still getting paid from the Jet. Why not have him come over as an advisory role? He have hell of a good defense.
Tell you why.
He have hell of a good defense.
I'm gonna tell you why you don't bring him over. I'm gonna tell you why you don't. Because you got a defensive head coach. That's why. That's why you don't bring him over. Because you got too many heads right now within the Falcon organization that got defensive minds that think defensively and ain't now. And if that group of people ain't came together to get it through to this defense, to go back to the fundamentals, to slow down, remember the techniques, remember what got you in the pros. If they ain't doing that as a collective already, you just gonna bring somebody else in there. It's gonna be too many shells in the kitchen.
Yeah, that's what I was just saying. Advisor, if I don't want Raheem Morris to goddamn to worry about defense too much, I want him to be able to see the whole team. Because last time a coach tried to worry about one side of the ball too much, it didn't work too well. So like, I don't want him there yet in his first year at the Falcons. Maybe he can. Look, you know what I'm saying? But they just need to basically, it's simple, it's easily can be fixed, bro. Just basically go back to tackling. Motherfucker, you remember how to tackle? Go back to tackling drills. You don't have to have out there full equipped, all your equipment on goddamn to tackle. Y'all motherfucker being straight goddamn shells out there and go tackle. Go tackle the Dungeons. You don't need full equipment to tackle the Dungeons. Well, we got to get back to the fundamental, like you just said, bro. This tackling is terrible, bro. It is terrible.
It's the tackling. It's the poor adjustments. It's not knowing what personnel to have out there.
AJ getting drawn, burnt off. All this shit. Come on, bro.
And it's time for folk to stop pretending like AJ is shut down.
He's definitely not that.
It's time for folk to stop pretending like AJ is like that. He is not like that. Now, is he a solid corner? Yeah, he's solid.
He's number two.
He's solid, but he just ain't paying. Now, this 2 seasons straight now, we done seen him get picked on. Guys that's like that don't get picked on, bro.
Right.
So
ain't nobody picking on Deion Sanders. They throw it to his side because they ain't had no choice. They hoping for a completion. Ain't nobody picking on.
Ain't nobody picking on Darrell Reeves.
Right.
Ain't nobody picking on Rondé Barber. Ain't nobody picking on Pat Tillman. Ain't nobody picking on whoever the fuck else. Ain't nobody picking on them guys, man. AJ get picked on. But See, when they turn on the film, they see why they can pick on AJ a little bit. Because they see he don't get his head turned around.
Hold up, though, Blakberry. When I seen the tape and seen the motherfucker with his head around and that ball was floating in the air like a fucking punt, and this motherfucker did not attack the ball, he tried to swing at DK. I was like, what the fuck is he got going on?
Now look,
I said, ain't no way, bro.
That was
ain't no way this real life.
This is the first. This is the first indictment on AJ and on that play. He's playing bump and run. That's one. So you got the advantage to throw this play off at the snap. That's DK Metcalf, who got probably maybe 20, somewhere between 15, 20 pounds on AJ. You ain't finna, you not finna jam DK Metcalf, AJ. That ain't finna happen. So instead of you pressing, why don't you just play it close? Play within them 5 yards and just be in his face. Don't try to press him. That's one. Two, the second indictment on that is, like you just said, this ball was a prayer. it was a prayer. So not only did you have ample time to get your head around, but you could have got your head around. You could have called your mama and seen what she was cooking for Sunday dinner. You could have made sure the kids was good with the wife. You could have did all that as long as that damn ball was in the air. And the third indictment on you is, who in the hell taught you how to close on a football? Because last time I checked, you got the close on the ball. He was waiting on the ball to get to him.
Yeah, he was playing the man instead of the ball. Your head is around. You see the ball, go attack the fucking ball. Both of y'all have the right to the ball. What the fuck are you doing, bro?
So I believe when I look at the field, and if I'm seeing what coordinators and other players and receivers are saying, he don't get his head turned around, and he think he just gonna be able to match folks foot for foot. He think he just gonna be, as long as I can stay with you and read your eyes, read your body language, I can break up the play. That's all he concerned with. So it's plenty of routes in the route tree that could take advantage of somebody that plays that way.
Yep.
The back shoulder pass is one of them. So I just don't. With AJ, it's just time for us to stop pretending, bro. Like he's that guy. He's
the average corner. He's not that lockdown. He's the average corner.
If we keeping it a buck right now, Mike Hughes looks more like the number one corner this year than AJ Terrell. And that's just keeping it a buck.
They not even picking on him.
They staying away. Whenever they go Mike Hughes' way, they regret it. And they go the opposite direction the next play. When I played, bro, let me tell you, my first taste of action, junior high. I was playing well in practice, but for some reason the coach wasn't starting. I got play time very late in the season. But when they finally played me, it was a dude, or it was who we was playing. I can't remember who we were playing. Might have been Maris or somebody. But when they was picking on that left side all night long. And finally, coach put me in. I said, damn, it's about time. And when he put me in, they ran that same dive play, and they didn't get nothing. I stuffed it. The next play, they went the opposite side of the field. When Mike Hughes out there, which is every damn play, the first time they go in way, they regret it. The rest of the game, they go on AJ in middle of the field.
Tearing our linebackers ass up.
Now let's get to the linebackers. Cade Ellis. This ain't Caden Ellis' fault. Before that was him that gave up that was him that helped give he helped. I ain't gonna say it was just on him, but he helped give up that last touchdown in the first half. The DK.
I thought that was Landman in the middle who hesitated to drop back. I thought that was 53.
If that was
He hesitated to drop. He hesitated to drop back because he was waiting for the run, and when he found out on the run, then he drifted back. I think that was 53.
Now, see, I got to go back and look at that play. But why the hell you waiting on the run and you know they got to throw the ball?
Right. That was a back. He should have already been back there to make that ball go. But
they had like 14 seconds on the clock.
For that point, they playing in the zone. Jesse Bates got complete eye on his ball, but he's not looking at the ball. He's looking at fucking DK. I'm like, what? I know Jesse Bates ain't making that mistake. I know Jesse Bates ain't making a mistake.
That's a cover two sink. In a cover two sink, your safety, your two high safeties, they gonna separate. They gonna split the field in half. That's what they're gonna do. Mm-hmm. You count on that middle linebacker, he gonna drop back deep into them flats instead of him playing it like he would if it was just a Tampa. If they were just playing cover two Tampa, he ain't dropping back. He ain't gonna drop back that far in a traditional cover two. But in that sink, he gonna sink all the way back. He gonna sink back about 20 yards into that goddamn flat. Up into that seam. He gonna.
Okay, so you making it more on the linebacker on this one.
Right. So I'm making it more on that middle linebacker. AJ covered. He covered it as deep as he could. He really covered it a little too deep, but because he's counting on that seam guy, which is that middle linebacker, he counting on him to drop back like how he's supposed to cut that pass off. That way, Geno don't even try that.
You're right.
But this is the indictment on AJ on that play. Why the fuck are you even giving him the inside to run free anyway? You supposed to
think it because it was like I think it because like they had a few seconds. They didn't want them to take the ball out of bounds to set up their field goal. So I think they was giving them that inside.
Than giving up a touchdown.
I don't think they thought they was gonna give up a touchdown, but the thing is.
See, look,
when that linebacker that jumped that like where he's supposed to be at, when he didn't go back the way he's supposed to be at, that killed that play all the way.
That killed that play. But this how we talk to defend. This how we talk to defend 2-minute drives. This how we talk to defend. Give up nothing inside, deep, and give up nothing outside, short. So that's on everybody to understand. We not giving up no touchdowns. Yep. If they get 3 out of this, so be it. But we ain't giving up 6. So that's
the third week in a row we gave up a half touchdown.
And it's a momentum kill, and it's a morale killer. You kill the morale because going back into the locker room, everybody got the same thing on their mind. Damn, I hope that shit don't come back and hurt us.
Yep.
So that was the indictment on AJ. Why you give up the inside? Force him to have to come out that route a little bit different. Force him to have to do something different. This is the Jimmy Lake issue that I got. Why are you allowing all of these receivers to get free releases off the line of scrimmage? Every single play on the inside.
Bingo.
Why? It don't make no sense to me. When he gonna learn from that mistake?
No, bro. It's time for Raheem to start peeking in his head now, bro. Time to start peeking your head in that door, Raheem. Why? It ain't working.
So if you got Raheem Moore, defensive minded, Jimmy Lake, defensive coordinator, you got these defensive minded.
You got Gray, who was here last year.
You got Jared Gray. Jared, where you at in all this?
Assistant coach at that.
If you not getting these guys on defense together and being like, listen, week 8, we going into week 8 here. We can't do what we did the first 7 weeks. We got to make a change. We can't do what we did the past 7 weeks. We got to do something different. We finna sit down right here, all us, everybody that's on the defense, the coaching staff, the players, everybody finna sit right here in this film room, and we finna figure out what in the fuck we doing wrong, and we gonna get it straight today. Because we can't look at the offense and be like, damn, y'all only put up 14 points. Yeah, but your motherfucking ass gave up 34. Well, 27 technically. You can't look at the offense and say, damn, what was wrong with the game plan on offense? I'm going to tell you what was wrong with the game plan on offense. I'm going to tell you what was wrong with it. They didn't account for that. The damn defense is going to be ass, trash, hot garbage today. So we need to control the clock and run the damn football. That's the indictment on the offense.
Tell you what's wrong with the offense, man. Our fucking coordinator got he fell a little love with the pass early in the game. He been doing it late, man. Falling in love with the pass early. We went 8 straight plays throwing the ball. After coming off a game where we just ran the ball down their fucking throat. We didn't even get a defensive chance to stop the run. We stopped it our goddamn self. We don't he's terrible at coordinating between the run and the pass. He don't know how to make the run go off the pass and the pass go off the run like early in the game. I seen him make changes at halftime and do what he got to do or whatever. But like early in the game, he had the same tendencies. He in love with that guy on passing. Right? I don't know what it is, bro. But then you ain't distributing the ball. I mean, equally either. You feel what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Your boy had 5 touches after just coming off a game over rushing over 100 yards.
Now
he had 5 touches.
And when you watching that, and when you watching the game, let me. All of that ain't on Robinson. Why Tyler only got 5 touches? All that ain't on Zach Robinson. A lot of that is on the fact that we couldn't protect the goddamn football. When you turning the ball over, you taking away opportunities for these guys to be able to make plays.
Hey, but what is on Robinson though? 8 fucking plays in a row passing the ball. That is on you. That's on you. You chose to do passing plays. 8 straight plays in a row.
8 straight passes. 8
straight passes in a row.
The ball. Yes, that's an indictment on him. But I don't think we lost this game because of the offensive game plan. I think we lost this game for 2 reasons. One, we look like some goddamn amateurs out there playing professional football. Every time you get momentum going on the offensive side of the ball, somebody do something stupid. Holding. What was it? We had
Philly definitely caused
it. We had 3 straight false starts.
On one drive. On one drive.
3 straight false starts on one drive. That's a drive killer. That's a drive killer. That's a morale killer. That's a momentum killer. It don't matter how hot of a hand you got with Bijan Robinson. If the next coming set of plays, motherfuckers gonna get false start penalties. Motherfuckers gonna get illegal hands to the face, which that was some bullshit, by the way. But when you constantly shooting yourself in the foot and trying to hand the damn game over to the other team, eventually they're gonna be like, eventually they're gonna say, all right, you want to get to it, we'll take it. And that's what happened in the second half. Seattle just like, okay, so y'all just want to give us the game. We're gonna go ahead and take that gift, we'll take it.
Because we had more yards than them. We won the time of possession. We just didn't win the fucking game.
You want to win the game. Every time we get it towards the red zone, false start, holding, offensive pass interference. Every time we get it close to the red zone, Kirk Cousins don't know how to throw all of a goddamn sudden. He overthrowing balls.
Yeah, forgot how to throw. Yeah.
And I don't care what nobody say. His wife mother gave him some that morning. Cause he will put
I don't know about everybody else, man. Cause if I get something before I got to do something, I'm energized. I don't know about everybody else.
That's the thing.
Shit.
That's the problem. You got a little too much engine. You putting too much on them balls. Pause. You got a little too much. See, I seen it from the start. When that first pass, he kind of hung it over Ray McLeod's head a little too far.
Yeah, Ray was wide open, boy.
And I was like, damn, why he what the hell going on with Kurt? He might have got some in the morning. But he kept doing it all game long. Now that interception that went straight through Drake London's hands, Drake London should have caught that shit. But you got stupid ass Jonathan Vilma on the goddamn commentary talking about some he put the ball exactly where you want. No, the fuck he did. Drake London wide open. Why do we have to jump for the ball?
He had to jump for that, right? Yeah.
He wide the fuck open. He should be putting that right in his chest or right in front of him. Why do we have to jump for it in the first place? So
John had to make a miracle catch on one of the passes. Like, God damn, exactly. Kirk is off.
Kirk, I'm telling you, that what happened when you done let something go that morning. You done let a couple of them go. So your wife she done met you in the shower and said, baby, good luck today on your game. Let me give you a little something to get your day off, get your day going. You ain't supposed to do that. If you're going to do it the night before, do it the night before. But don't do it the morning of, Kirk. Come on, man. Get your son the night before.
He couldn't control the energy, bro.
But when she come in there, you ain't gonna turn it down. That's why you got to make her understand. Like, hey, baby, don't come morning before the game. Don't you bring your ass in here with all that going on. Don't come in here with that. Just have my breakfast ready and have my shake and all that already made for me. So I just go to the stadium. I don't need all that in the morning now. We do that at nighttime. Because he putting too much on everything. I'm like, damn, what's going on with Kurt? So I don't think it was bad offensive game plan. I just think defensively we're not evolving because of Jimmy Lake. I think we need to get healthy on the offensive line because it's one thing that the Falcons need right now. And just follow me here. I'm thinking outside the box on this. It's one thing the Falcons need right now, Big Will, and that's they need to go have a talk with the most recent Atlanta Braves pennant champions and ask them, how in the fuck did y'all get the job done with damn near a whole new goddamn roster of players? Because the offensive line is in shambles. I'm going to be real with you. I think the only fully healthy one out there.
But you couldn't really even tell that the offense was missing their player, though. They were doing good.
Oh, you can tell. Oh, no. You can tell. You can tell. McDonald and that young boy that Seattle got, they were wreaking havoc in the second half. Newsel and goddamn the boy that came in for Bergeron, they couldn't block the goddamn sun out their eyes. They were having a field day with them boys. But see that's the thing. Even when you shorthand, even when you missing all them pieces, you still got to be able to do next man up. The defensive coordinator got the offensive coordinator got to know what plays to run in these situations. I can't afford to have my quarterback doing 5-step drops. And we got the backup center and the backup little guard in the game.
Ball got to come out quick.
That ball got to come out quick.
Or get that run game going like it was doing. The run game was doing decent Young were having a fucking game. The run game was doing good. Why go away from it? Them boys was moving them. Why go away
So
from it, bro?
I play some off. Listen, I'm not an offensive minded guy, but I know when you got the backup center and the backup left guard in the game, I ain't doing no 5-step drop backs. I don't care what the situation
That's
is
for
in the
damn
game.
sure. That's for damn sure.
I don't care what the situation is. As a matter of fact, I might be, if we down 3 possessions like we was, I'm still getting under center. And I figure some shit out. But see, man, that's what the Falcons need right now. They need to have a powwow. They need to have a motivational speaking from the Atlanta Braves. And while we're talking about the Braves and the Falcons, let's talk about the Hawks a little bit too. The opener is on the 23rd against the Brooklyn sorry-ass Nets. Something that the Hawks are kind of like staring down the barrel of right now is the inevitable exit strategy of Trae Young. That's something they staring down the barrel of.
You think he out of here
this season? I'm surprised that he's still here. I'm gonna be real with you, because when I look at the business side of things, everything for me that was leading up to now was pointing towards Trae Young departing Atlanta. That's just the vibe you got from the league and seeing how he been playing the past couple seasons. He ain't looked like he been all in. He ain't been all there. Now, I ain't saying he been taking plays off or taking games off or nothing like that. I don't see him being the dynamic Trae Young that he was years prior.
It's his fault why the team down.
Ooh,
he ain't got that.
Ooh, you got to talk about that one. Talk about that.
He ain't got that leader role in him. Like right now, he giving me a part 2 of the act. That's what he giving me. He's not that season act. He's a part 2. He's the opening act for the addition. You know what I mean? For the main guy. I'm not getting that goddamn leadership role for him. Sometimes you gotta dig in your team and like, bro, if I'm giving you these assists, bro, you got to drop that bucket. I don't care if we got to stay here 30 minutes out of practice. You got to show me you can drop that bucket if I'm goddamn dishing it to you over there in the corner. You got to have a leadership role. Kobe Bryant had that shit dripping off on him. You got to have a leadership role in you. Michael Jordan had that shit where motherfucker didn't even like him because he was so goddamn, you know what I mean, on their ass like that. But when they win, they love him. You got to have that in you, bro. I'm not seeing that with Trae Young, though, bro. That's the thing I'm not seeing. Sometimes he take 3 where he'll need to be popping them goddamn 3, knowing ain't nobody up under the rim. You got to get he'll pop them bitches up. When they go in, they good, but when they out, they fucking off, boy.
Now to be fair, last year he was more accurate with those shots than he was. Last year, he was more accurate with those shots. He stayed somewhere right around 36, 37% on those. Now, his 3-point shooting was better last year, just period, around the board. And he had fewer attempts, I believe, too. So
I need him to start working on his turn into Paul George. I mean, not Paul George, but Chris Paul.
No.
Work on that number 2. I'm talking about Chris Paul. Work on that 2-point shot. When you know your 3 ain't working, don't be scared to step up a couple steps and get that 2-point. No, I ain't see that enough last year.
Now, I'm gonna tell you why it seemed like he got away from it a little bit. I'm gonna tell you why. It's because your new coach wants to shoot the 3 ball. And
if that's the case, then we got a problem.
And not just that, Your number two, your Robin to his Batman, who's not here any longer. He's supposed to be he's supposed to be that short range master.
Yeah, he couldn't shoot three. Yeah.
So that's why it looked like Trey got out of it a little bit because okay, my running mate, he know how to get to his spot and he can get, he that two man. My head coach want me to shoot threes. He want all us to shoot threes. So okay, so that's why I look like that. But when I look at the structure of the team, this is what I look at. When I look at the structure of the team, this is why the team ain't made no motherfucking sense. And it's about time somebody finally said it. Your five, both of your fives, your backup five, he worked on it a little bit and he looked like he trying to become it. But Clint Capella ain't no goddamn stretch five. And you want to have a team that's finna jack up these threes, you got to be able to shoot threes at every position.
Or at least alone two. Or at least alone two.
You need a Brook Lopez. You need a Paulo Bentero, even though he played the four, he can play the five. You need a Porzingis. That's what you need out there. Because Clint Capella ain't no stretch nothing. You can't get Clint on the offensive side of the ball. If Clint ain't standing in the key, he ain't no good to you.
Even last year, he wasn't getting them duckies. I'm like, my God. He was missing them bitches.
So I think right now, this is the issue with the Hawks. And now the season opener is on the 23rd against the Nets. They're going to be at home. So if you're an Atlanta native, it's a good place. It's a good 20. What's the 23rd? Today, Wednesday? Wednesday the 23rd. So Wednesday night is probably the place to be on a Wednesday night in Atlanta because State Farm Arena gonna be jumping. I can tell you that now. They ain't had no problem selling tickets. It's as much of a disappointment as they have been. Going to a game is electrifying, and it's an experience. So it's probably the place to be on a Wednesday. But
it's a party.
If I'm the Atlanta Hawks, if I'm an Atlanta Hawks fan, I'm stressing this more than anything this year. Get a stretch big to start. You need a starting stretch big. I love Clint Capella, man, because I think as far as for what he does, he's done it more consistently than anybody that's playing on this team. And now that's something I can't take from him.
I think we just need Jalen Johnson to stay healthy. Because him and Capella together run off each other. Oh, that's a beautiful sight.
I'm gonna get there. I'm finna get there. We still need that stretch five. Because just everything that he can do with a Clint right now, if he can get a guy like what's that dude named Likely or something? What that boy name is came out?
Dude. Likely, yeah.
If he can get a guy like that, it's gonna be run the Flow City in Atlanta. Because with him and with the new French boy, I can't Zereshi or however the fuck you say his name.
But you can have packages like that though. You can move Jalen to the 5 and have that little motherfucker at the 4.
Nah, hell no. I don't want Jalen playing no 5. Dude.
Hey. You don't think you can handle the 5?
Yeah, because some ain't nobody paying attention to is that the 5 position is an athletic position now, and they big. They ain't 6 foot. They ain't 6'9", 6'10" big. These boys getting bigger now at the 5 position, and they athletes.
Clint Capella 6'10".
Clint Capella ain't a new day 5. He ain't a new day 5, and he's sneaky. He's sneaky athletic, but he ain't really no athlete out there that we talk. Yo, you know who I'm talking about, like Berturo and them boys. Them boys big and athletic. So This is what got to happen. If you want the Hawks to be contenders, you got to get that stretch five. If you want Trae Young to stick around, you're going to have to show his agent that he worth keeping around because it's about to get to where it ain't even going to be up to Trae. His agent finna be poking around the league. Hey, y'all want Trae Young? What you want for him? What you got for him? What you got? What you got? What you got? What you got? How much? How
Well,
much?
shit, it still ain't got no say. The Hawks still hold the card. But I don't want it to come
Until
down
Trae
there.
say he ain't playing.
They're gonna be docking that pay. Dock the shit out of him. See, we got some South End owners. I'd be docking the shit out of his ass.
But that's what that's the new day thing though with these players. That's the new age thing, Will. Oh, y'all
Yeah,
don't
that's
want.
like I seen Milwaukee Bucks. Somebody trying to bring Giannis' brother back for what?
Yeah, for what?
For what? Nigga?
To take up more space on the bench?
They talking about the head coach and Giannis think he'll be a valuable part of. Yeah, Giannis he'd love to have his brother there.
Yeah,
That's the reason why the lad coach got fired.
Well, Giannis know his brother ain't had no business even being in the damn NBA.
Right.
So he ain't gonna last outside of being up here with me in Milwaukee. So I need my brother back up here in Milwaukee, or I ain't gonna play.
Right. That's crazy. Your ass just be getting docked. Big ass, you're gonna be hurting. Them millions gonna be hurting. Every game you miss, that shit gonna hurt.
And what's crazy is Giannis Antetokounmpo seemed like the most genuine person I ever seen play basketball in the NBA. I didn't think I seen a more genuine, kind-hearted, just down-to-earth good person than Giannis Antetokounmpo. But if he's saying, hey, either get my brother back here or what? Or what, Giannis? I can't say what, but just know, or
Oh.
I need my brother up here, or all right, Giannis, we
So his
get it.
brother, he got that support dog.
Right. We get it, Giannis. We get it. We'll work on getting them a contract. But see, that's the thing. And it gets to a
Well,
point.
you know, the Heat did that. Dallas has him. How many years they did him like that? He
Now,
barely touched the floor.
look
But
though,
he was like an extra coach.
but see, with Haslam was smart. He bought stock in the team. And see, Haslam probably got him by the nuts saying, hey, listen, I can't do it. I know y'all ain't gonna do a no trade clause. But if I sell my portion of the team to somebody y'all don't want up in his goddamn office, I bet you'll keep me around.
But he ain't even on the court no more. He's a part of the office now.
Yeah, I know,
That
but
boy got a spot in the office.
up until last season, he was still dressing.
Mm-hmm.
He was still dressing. That's taking up a roster spot.
Yep. But they didn't need him. They always were good. Those boys always in there, deep in the playoff.
That's why Jimmy Butler should have fired off any goddamn shit when he called himself taking up for Eric Spoelstra. You should have just laid off any shit, or you should have just laid off any shit.
Jimmy ain't about that. That nigga throw perms in his hair. He ain't about that life.
Yo, look, hey, yo, he the perm man now. But he probably got a perm endorsement. I wouldn't be surprised if I went in the damn beauty salon store and seen his ass on the cover of a goddamn perm
Hey,
jar.
the only nigga I know with a perm who about that life is Snoop. That nigga.
That is it.
I ain't
That is
seen him.
all.
That's it, boy.
That is all. That goddamn perm he had on Baby Boy. Boy, you want to talk about a goddamn laid perm, boy?
Laid like a motherfucker. And you scared to ask him was it a perm? That's a perm. Nah, I ain't gonna ask the motherfucker.
Hey.
That nigga had that look on. That nigga had that look. Snoop Dogg had that fucking look, boy.
When he let that wonder down, he let that
Yeah,
wonder down. He had that goddamn perm hanging out the backside of the window. But I ain't never seen a more intimidating nigga with a perm, bro.
Man, what you talking about, boy?
if we keeping it a book here, man, the Hawks, they not gonna go far with the structure that they currently got. It's a team that don't make no sense. You want to jack up threes, but you don't even got to stretch five in the starting lineup. It just don't make sense.
That's the thing. We don't take smart three though, Batman. That's what kills us. Let somebody. When you're learning basketball, the first thing they tell you to do, let us have somebody under the rim, so we have a chance at slowing the fast breakdown. You feel what I'm saying?
No.
Let us have somebody under the rim. Ain't nobody under the rim, y'all jacking these trays up. Those are not called good threes.
Now,
you gotta have somebody up under there.
when we talk about busting trays, we got to look at the Georgia Bulldogs now. When we talk about busting trays, we got to look at what the Dawgs did in Texas.
Here we go. Here we go. What the defense did in Texas. That's what we're gonna start right there. We go the offense. Yeah, okay. What the defense did in Texas.
What say you about that game, Big Will?
I say I'm glad the defense came to play. That's what I say. Them boys had what? 4 sacks. Texas was 0 for 7 on third down and only had 38 total yards the whole first half.
So you trying to tell me that Carson Beck ain't got nothing to do with it?
That man had a 177-yard pass.
Well, how much rushing yard they had? How many rushing yards they had?
They had like 100 and something rushing yards.
And how many short field opportunities did they have?
Quite a few.
Quite a few. So, listen, Beck, by all means, Trevor, I ain't trying to defend him here. All of it, because it's been that kind of season for him.
He don't look like last year. Like he put too much pressure on himself. He put too much pressure on himself. And it's showing.
And some I seen too that I don't think anybody done said nothing about. His throwing motion changed. His throwing motion don't look like it did last year. Like he nursing a pec injury or something, or a shoulder
injury. To me,
injury.
It look like he's seeing ghosts.
He could.
He's seeing ghosts. He's releasing it before his body ready to. That's what it looking like. It's off. It's unorthodox.
Yeah. He's throwing.
He like he's soft power, but he's a right hander. What the hell?
It don't look right.
It don't look. Yeah.
He not. It's almost like he tried to learn a different way of throwing the ball, and he's still trying to throw it.
He's still tinkering with it. Yeah.
Right.
He's still tinkering with it.
I don't know what it is with Beck, but hopefully he get it together, because we know. Oh yeah, and because I got playoff on my mind. Is it me, or is it all of a sudden the teams that's always in the conversation year in after year in and year out, all of a sudden they losing football games now that it's gonna be a
12-team play. It's more. I think that because of the NIL, bro. I think that because of the NIL, it made it more, especially in the SEC, it making it more clarity in the NIL. You feel what I'm saying? Making it evenly across the board, because anybody can get beat now. Ain't no dominant team in the SEC.
Or
that sound like Coach Unchained on them.
Or they don't care about fixing games no more.
That's what you think going on?
I mean,
don't you start shaking that tree, bro. Don't start shaking that tree.
Maybe schools ain't taking money to save points no more because of the NIL. Maybe the league don't care to pay nobody to save points no more, because what's the point? We got a 12-team playoff system now. Let's see who really the best. SEC took over the college football scene. We were probably like early 90s when the SEC became the cream of the crop in college football.
No, that was still Miami though. I say that like the 2000, like when Nick Saban took over. When he came to Alabama, when he came to Alabama, 2000 and 4, something like that. But he was at LSU at first, I think.
See, now I got to do research. Now I got to. Now
I
I got
got
to
I
do
got to look
research.
that up, but I'm thinking more 2000. Because you talk about the 90, that was still Florida State and Miami was still taking over then.
Let's see. Let's see. All right, so he got to Alabama in what the hell? He did 17 seasons in Alabama.
Yeah, so he got to be like 2004 or something like that. Nah,
Uh,
2000. That'd be like 2007 when he got Alabama there.
yep, 2007. That when he got there. So
So I'm gonna have to say the 2000 because Florida was good. Because you had your boy, what his name? Old ball coach. Florida and South
Urban
Carolina was
Meyer.
good. Yeah, Florida and South Carolina were good at that time. You
Yeah,
had
so
Tebow, you had Tebow and all that. Yeah.
so
So
so it was the ACC most of the
in the
90s,
90s, the
in the early
2000,
2000s, then mid 2000s, 07. That's when the SEC really started becoming, really taking over the college football scene.
the SEC that took over the last 20 years. Last 20 years have been the SEC taking over.
But see,
I think we won like the last 18 championships or something like that.
well, outside of Clemson
Yeah, Clemson the only one got. They got 2.
and Michigan,
Oh yeah, Michigan did get one last. Yeah, yeah,
yeah.
yeah. Yep. But everything
and
else in the SEC.
Ohio State won. When was that Ohio State won? Ohio State won in
That was earlier. With that time, like around that time, like when Clemson had got a one, I think.
let me
Cause
see.
they beat Alabama one time. They had beat Alabama.
Yeah, Ohio State was their last one was. Man, I used to be able to go right to all this shit. 2014, I think. Yep, 2014. Yep.
Yeah, the last year of Kirby Smart.
So listen, man. Long story short, Georgia and the Atlanta Braves, they need to go have a talk.
And Atlanta United.
And them
They were
two.
the first one.
Atlanta
They were the
United,
first one to bring the championship.
they kicked it off in the new millennium. That's right.
Yep.
They
Yep.
kicked it off in the new millennium. It took a while for us to get here in the new millennium, but we got here finally with Atlanta United winning the championship. So
Yep.
Georgia, Atlanta United, and the Falcons, they
Not
need to go
brave.
sit down and in the Braves, need to go have a sit down with the Falcons and the Hawks and say, listen, and the Braves need to lead the goddamn conversation. Listen, we in 2024. We've given you 2 championships. The Dawgs have given you 3 championships. Is it 3? Yeah, 3
Yeah, 3.
championships.
Uh-huh.
And these folks here, these brand new folks right here, they don't even speak fucking English hardly. And they done gave you a championship. They ain't been in the city. They not even as old as the statue standing in front of State Farm Arena or Dominique Wilkins. And they brought you a damn championship. So this is what we gonna need to happen. Off the blank, punk ass Tony Wrestler. And he better call him a punk ass too when he talking to him. See, Tony, you need to go sit your boy down and say, listen, Nick, you getting far away from my fucking basketball team because you is poison. and you a punk ass bitch. And then Arthur Blank need to sit down with his staff and he need to say, listen, maybe my old ass need to just get the fuck out the goddamn way.
Hold up, Arthur Blank don't be in that.
Yeah.
Why he be
You
there?
got it's time to show Arthur Blank some tough love. It's time to show his ass some tough love. Because if Jimmy Lake don't pan out at defensive coordinator for the Hawks, for the Falcons, if he don't pan out, that's an indictment on him. Because you set your ass down with Raheem Morris after you had 2 meetings with Bill Belichick. You set your ass down with Raheem Morris and you asked him, I know you did, who gonna be your defensive coordinator? Jimmy Lake ain't got enough resume. He ain't got enough
But maybe
clout.
he was going into the part of like, hey, Raheem Morris is a defensive-minded coach. He's going to control that defense. He didn't know Raheem was going to give the defense all to Jimmy Lake. He's just thinking about Raheem Morris coming off a Super Bowl championship of a defense he ran. Now, I can't blame Arthur Blank on this. I can't blame him because he's one of the best owners in the league. He don't put himself involved in a lot of situations. I don't know about that one, Blakberry.
You're a business man. I'm a business man. Right?
Yes, sir.
You the boss. I'm a boss. Something that we learn being bosses is whenever the people under us fail,
it come back on us. Yeah, you're right.
It come back on us.
You're right.
I can't have incompetent people under me because if I got incompetent people under me, that made me look bad. And Lord knows I don't like it when they make me look bad. Because I tell them, after I'm done training them, I tell them, all right, now you finna be out there on your own. Don't make me look bad. Now see, Raheem Morris, he was gifted. I'm finna say something that might ruffle some feathers. He was gifted this motherfucking position because it wasn't his to have. He was not the most qualified for the position, and we all know that. A lot of us don't want to say it because we want to say positive and inspirational and motivational things to keep our team inspired and motivated so that they go out there and be them best selves on Sundays. Well, I'm going to tell y'all straight up just like this. His black ass wasn't supposed to get that damn job. It was for that white man, Bill Belichick. But it's the Atlanta Falcons. It ain't the Falcons of Atlanta. It's the Atlanta Falcons. And for the Atlanta Falcons, it makes more sense for Raheem Morris ass to be the head coach for the Atlanta Falcons in 2024. Because we know not that long ago, if Bill Belichick was on the market, that was Bill Belichick's job.
I think Bill Belichick scared them away with trying to bring in some old goddamn coordinators back in. And they probably, we can't go with that deal. We can't go with that deal.
That for sure now. But this Jimmy Lake problem we got, and I'm saying it's a problem. Now, I know some folks want to say, man, you got to give that man time to get this is his first time calling plays. And listen, man, this is the NFL. This ain't Canadian football. This ain't collegiate. This ain't park ball. This ain't some kind of goddamn backyard league somewhere in the middle of America. This is the NFL. The time that you saying these coaches need, this ain't like a player. This ain't like drafting a young boy coming into a man's game and saying, give him time to get the tutelage you need. Give him time to get acclimated with the speed of the game. No, these are coaches. Your mind, your brain, once you get that job, Your brain's supposed to already be where it need to be. Your mind's supposed to already be where it need to be able to be a coordinator in the NFL. You don't get time to get acclimated with the speed of the game. You don't get time to get the tutelage you need. Because you a coordinator, that means the tutelage you done got leading up to now supposed to be enough. Well, let him get used to the players. He got to know these players. Who the fuck you think drafted them? Who the fuck you think signed them?
Right, man. If I would to blame anybody, bro, it would have to be Raheem Moore because you didn't get these boys the preseason. You felt that they was good enough, good and ready, that you didn't need them to play preseason. You played on the cautious of injury. And that's one thing, I don't know, a lot of coaches do that, bro. That's one thing we can't lean on. We can't lean on the being cautious of injury because it don't take that but one play for a player to get injured. You got to come out there thinking you ain't gonna get it. You come out there to play like you play. Because when you play not to get injured, that's when you tend to get injured. If anybody else play sport, no. If you play not to get injured, that's when you tend to get injured because you overcompensate for something you ain't trying to get hurt. You feel what I'm saying? So you can't come out there with that mindset. And I think we did a lot of that, and we lost the ability to jail early on, and that's why we're still working through shit right now because we didn't jail early on because we didn't have that preseason. I'm a big proponent of playing folks in the preseason. You ain't got to play them many goddamn plays. Play them a couple plays, let them get that little hit off. You know how to say that little nervous hit off, then get their ass on the field. I mean, just let them know football is back. It's different speeds to each level. Preseason is different from regular season. Regular season is different from postseason. So we got to get in now to know, hey, we back at work type shit right now. And you pick these players. Raheem Morris, you sat down and told Terry, hey, this is what I need right here. So you pick these players. You got to make it work right now. You was in these practicing with these players. You know you didn't have players that you had in LA. So you got to work your goddamn what you got on this roster, not trying to fit everything to the playbook you had in LA. You got to fit your playbook to what you got here in Atlanta. And what we got in Atlanta is a 4-3 defense.
It definitely rests on the shoulders.
I'm just saying.
It definitely rests on his shoulders. If the job that the defensive coordinator is doing don't work out to snuff, and I know a lot of listen. I'll be the first one to tell y'all. I'll be the first person to say when we beat Tampa, I was elated. That was a hell of a game. Yeah, it was a hell of a game. It was one of those games where it was going to take for us to overcome our mistakes and to take advantage of their mistakes. And we did that. That's something we've had an issue with doing ever since our last appearance in the playoffs. That's something we've had an issue with. So it was telling to me because it was like, damn, we finally turning a page here. We finally turning the page with the Atlanta Falcons. We moving on now to the next chapter. We getting out of the rebuilding phase. We getting out of that phase now. That's what it felt like. And then
Blakberry, to be true, bro.
Yeah.
To be truthful, I really think we overlooked the Seahawks. We seen Tampa Bay up next. That big showdown in Tampa. We seen Seahawks. They lost 3 in a row. We thought we could just come in and roll over on them and not try hard. We overlooked them. That's what it really looked like. Really looked like we overlooked Seahawks. Didn't look like we ready. And they cost us. I think that's what we did. We overlooked.
Honestly, I don't know. I don't know if I think that's what it is or not. I don't know if I think we overlooked them. What I believe is we got complacent. We smelt ourselves a little too much. You went and took care of business against Carolina. You did what you're supposed to do. You beat one of the worst teams in football right now. You did what you were supposed to do. You did you were supposed to. You're supposed to go take care of business and win convincingly against that team. That's how that's supposed to happen. But if we being honest, if we keeping it a buck, you still gave up too much on in the run game to them. You still had a lot of them same glaring issues that you done had all season long on defense. You had them in that game. It just so happened you was playing one of the worst teams in football.
And it took you to the fourth quarter to pull away.
Right. So they were smelling themselves a little too much. And when they came into that game against Seattle done already lost 3 straight. It's rare that a team that's as good as Seattle's, because they do have a good team.
Number one passing team in the league.
Yeah, they don't lose. They don't lose hard 3 games in a row, let alone 4. So I had a feeling in my stomach we weren't gonna win this game anyway. I just didn't expect for us to lose it in the fashion that we lost it. I just didn't expect that. And Seattle, one of the best road teams over the last 2 decades anyway. I think in the last 21 games or 22 now, they 18-5 on the road outside of on the East Coast.
This is a different team regime right here though. This is a new coach.
Yeah,
he don't get those accolades. He don't get those.
He don't get them accolades. You're right, but it looked like he extending them accolades on.
He fit right on in.
It looked like he picking up right where they left off at. So, listen, man, this ain't about the Seahawks. That game on Sunday wasn't about the Seahawks being a better football team. It's just that they were better that day. And
I think it was more about we lost the game than Seahawks won.
Oh no, we gave them the game. We gave it to them. We wrapped it up, put a bow on it, put a little label on it saying from the Falcons to the Seahawks. W. So when it comes down to it, man, it just got to be, what are you waking up to do that morning? You waking up to get you some poo-poo, some punani in the shower, Kirk Cousins, or you waking up to go play some football?
Why you can't do both, man? I'm saying, why you can't do both? You can't do both. Go ahead and just take a cold shower after you get it in. Take your cold shower.
You can't do both. It's been too many times over the years, man. It's been too many times over the years that it's been proven. When you get some the morning of, you going to go out there, you either going to be sluggish or you going to have a little too much joke in your goddamn pot. Go have a little too much. And he had a little too much in it pop on Sunday, man. Kirk Cousins did. Listen, man, it's been a good conversation. I appreciate Big Will coming through, man. We're going to start wrapping it up. Look, I'll give you last word, Will, and then I got a little soliloquy I want to go on.
Oh, man. All I got to say, man, let's get in the lab. Let's correct our wrongs. Let's not even watch this fucking tape, because we knew what the fuck we did wrong. Throw the tape away. Get back to fundamental. Let's go out here and go back to the quest at hand. Outrun the South. Now, y'all already know where you can find me. And Will the Georgia Reaper on everything. Yeah, I mean, catch me on Wednesday nights on everything Atlanta Sports, 705. And if I got time, whatever Atlanta Falcons game got going on, I'm there.
Yes, sir. Listen, I've been thinking real hard about some life choices.
Right.
And I keep finding myself between a rock and a hard place when it comes to buying tickets to go to Falcons games this year. And it ain't got nothing to do with my fandom or not believing in the team. It's more so about if I buy these tickets and I go to these games, that means I'm taking a gamble on not doing something that I need to do, as opposed to doing some of leisure, of pleasure, by going to a football game. I don't have to do that. I'm choosing to do that.
Right.
So I find myself between a rock and a hard place lately because it's like, damn, I can go to this damn game. But if I go to this game and them some bitches lose, and I miss out on doing something I really needed to do, and now I got to wait to do it, I'm gonna be
Be pissed off.
mad. I'm gonna be so mad. I'm gonna be so mad.
Then when you can just really just have the best seats in the house, unlimited drinks, unlimited food.
I got the opportunity right now to go really and have the full Mercedes-Benz experience.
Hold on, you never been?
No, I've been. I'm talking about the full experience. I'm talking about box seats. I'm talking about a box seat.
Okay.
I'm talking about I can go from club to club. I can see everything that the stadium got to offer. But I know if I do it, it's gonna be something I got to put on the back burner at the house.
Well, what's the number one rule about gambling? What they always tell you?
Don't do it if you can't lose.
Spend only what you can afford to lose. So if you got something big you got to do at the house, don't go buy no fucking tickets. If you got free money that you ain't got shit planned for, go buy the ticket.
Make it worth it. Let me tell you what to make it worth. See, I can put this on the back burner. It just got to get done. But I can put it on the back burners. But what's gonna hurt my nerves is that I could have went ahead and done it. I could have went on and got it done instead of buying them tickets just to watch them some bitches lose. See, I don't want that feeling.
Well, see, that's the way I go by. If I got free money to go around, I just want to get out the house, go to a game, I'll go to the game. But other than that, I got a big ass TV at the house and I always have a good experience. Drink all day long. You know what I mean? Drink how many liquor I want, I can pass out at the house. I don't, you know what I'm saying?
Hey, that's the best.
Eat what I want to eat.
But they got packages at the stadium that's all inclusive.
They do.
Now that's the kind of shit I'm talking about right now. But see, if they lose, I'm gonna be because that's a lot of money, boy. Because I ain't just paying for me, of course. I'm paying for two.
You're paying for the fam.
So it's like, boy, y'all some bitches lose that. Now see,
that's number one reason I don't bet on my home team. I don't bet on nobody from Dawgs. Don't do it.
I say all this to say, up until this past week, up until Sunday, I was getting real confident by buying them tickets. If before 1:00 Sunday afternoon, if I was to have purchased them tickets, right, this would be a whole nother conversation right now. I'd be clowning them some bitches right now, boy. I wouldn't have nothing nice to say. But I would have, at the time, I would have felt real confident about doing it. But see, now I'm slowed down on that. And I say all that to say this. In our city right now, and everybody outside our city that support the Falcons, that's Atlanta Falcon fans, something's changed in the atmosphere for Falcons. Something's changed for the Falcon fan base. We got real hope now. It ain't just hope that, oh well, we got all these guys that's supposed to be dynamic players like Pitts and Bijan. Yeah, but the quarterback, but your
Sunday scared
quarterback.
us though, bro. Sunday scared us now. Cause we did have that we did have that goddamn faith. We had that arrogance about ourselves in the city. And
But now
something on Sunday scared us back to
Sunday
reality
done
now.
scared us straight. It done scared us straight. See, now it's like we taking a step back and we reminding ourselves of the heartache and the pain that we've had the last 7 years.
Right.
See, Sunday reminded us of that because it was so bad. If we would have had lost by a field goal, or if we would have had, if we would have just lost by a possession, if that would have been the case, then we would have like, damn, we let one go.
Up to this point, it's all been one score game. This the only
Yeah,
game that was
yeah,
out of what I'm saying?
yeah. We would have been like, damn, we let one go. Shit. Back to work. But see, now it don't feel like back to work. Now it feel like, oh shit.
Bring out a new mode. We got to start over, goddamn.
Now I feel like okay, this shit just got real. We in
Right.
the second quarter of the season. This shit just got real on our ass real quick. See, that's why it's stages, it's levels to every seat to playing professional game or to playing sports. Period, not just professional, but it's different stages of the season. See, in the beginning, you don't know who gonna win, who gonna lose, because it's too much being still worked out and sorted out amongst these teams.
That's why coaches like to see them in quarters. That's why they like to break it down in quarters.
Right.
Yeah, that's exactly why.
So look at New Orleans. In Tampa, New Orleans started out 2-0. They ain't lost the games. I mean, they ain't won a game since.
Yeah.
I mean, so we thought the Giants was finna be juggernauts. So it's stages to the seasons, and we out of that first stage now.
The Jets are 2-5.
The Jets are 2-5. They got so excited about the Jets, they gave them an 86 rating on Madden after 2 weeks.
They had them making the playoffs. One of the top teams to push, goddamn, KFC.
Yeah.
Damn, I say KFC. Kansas City.
They say, look at the Jets. Aaron Rodgers is back. The Jets defense is back. No. Saul Gardner ain't. He ain't what you thought it was.
He coming back down. He coming back down to earth.
Coming back down to earth. They picked on his ass so much. The Bills, they picked his ass apart. So
That motherfucker cut off his social media before we get on his ass.
So once we go through these stages, see, you got to go through the stages to understand. And you don't get that understanding until you're there. We can't pretend like the Falcons ain't been disappointments past 7 years. Now, a lot of folks say, well, how they a disappointment? Well, I'm going to tell you how. Because we never admitted to being in a rebuild phase. And because of that, you're a disappointment when you don't make the playoffs for 7 years straight.
Yeah.
It's nobody's fault but the organizations. If they would have
Not only
just
that, we ain't having a winning season in 7 years straight.
it's right. So it's a disappointment because you spent money. You got the cap right so that you could spend money again.
Yeah.
And you spent money and you ain't done shit with it. So it's disappointing. Now, we going through a stage in this season that's very subliminal to how our past 7 seasons have been. We just got through the first stage. See, after the Super Bowl appearance, we made it to the playoffs. That was stage one.
Yep.
That was stage one of post Super Bowl. So we made it to the playoff. We even got a playoff win. We made it to the next round of the playoffs. So that was stage one. We were feeling real good. The first quarter of this here season, we were 4-2. We looked good. Looked good the first quarter. It looked like, hey man, they can win close games now. They got a quarterback that don't get fidgety in the pocket. They got a quarterback that don't hesitate to throw the ball. He know where to put that thing at. So that was stage one. But in the beginning of stage two, we've come across something. We won a game convincingly against one of the worst teams in football, the Carolina Panthers. And this past Sunday, we got reintroduced to the second quarter of the NFL. The Seattle Seahawks was ready because they struggled in the first quarter. So they got to kick off that second quarter right. Because if you get to the fourth quarter of the year and first quarter and second quarter been bad, you might well go ahead and wrap that year up. You'll be lucky to break even. Now, see, now I'm talking on a business level. See, now y'all got to follow me now because now we're talking business. If your first and second quarter were bad, what'd you say, Big William? What'd you say?
I say you got to merge them in now.
Yeah, because your first and second quarter were bad. Yeah, I hear you. Your first and second quarter were bad. So quarters 3 and 4, you got to hope to break even now. So the Seahawks, they was prepared to come into the second quarter to be able to win because they lost the week before. They got to win this week. We're a good football team. That's what they're saying to themselves. We're a good football team. We going down to Atlanta where the weather's nice and the girls are even better. Let's go down here and have fun. Let's go down and take care of business first.
Usher concert weekend, all the women down here. Yeah.
Kamala was in town. Stevie Wonder performed at State Farm. I was there. Me, my wife, and my dad. Went and seen Stevie in concert. So you got a lot going on down here in the city. Georgia Tech was playing downtown. You got some shit going on in the city. So
matter of fact, they played at the Benz the game before.
They played at the Benz. So you got some. It's electrifying in Atlanta when Seattle come to town. You think Seattle had all Seattle was thinking about? And I know they think about this because it's competitive. All they was thinking about was Washington looked like ass on the in college football right now. The Georgia Bulldogs just beat Texas. The Atlanta Hawks opening night is Wednesday. The Falcons, they got to be the losers. They got to lose. And we got to be the one that beat them. And that's what they did. They came to town, they took care of business, and they got the hell on up out of here. So now, we can't let the second quarter of this season look like the second quarter of post Super Bowl appearance. Because if it does, it's going to be a long season. We can't be sloppy like we was on Sunday. We can't be so undisciplined. We got to play disciplined football. We got to get healthy on that offensive line. Something else we need right now is a bye week.
Shit. We got a couple more weeks for that.
We need that. We need that bye week like right now. But because it ain't coming, because we got a little bit before we get there, we gonna have to suck it up and muster it up.
You're gonna have to rest your veteran players in a little bit.
So,
Well,
listen, man. I went on for a little while there, but it got. We can't have another game like that. That we cannot have another game like that. Well, it looked like you just gave the game to the other team. We cannot have no game like that. So, with that being said, appreciate Christian Lewis coming through. Really 1090. Appreciate everybody come through. Big Wheel. Anybody that tuned in, appreciate y'all coming through. We will have the Rick's Pit on Thursdays. The start time for the Rick's Pit is now 7:30 p.m. That's the start time for the Rick's Pit, 7:30 p.m. Listen, be there, be square. The Rick's Pit is just kicking back off again. It's going to be right back where it used to be. The glory is coming. The glory is coming. All glory to God. Listen, appreciate y'all coming through. Appreciate Big Will. Y'all make sure y'all catch us on the flip side, home team.